In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this dolphin here, and a lot of you have requested it, so here he is. Let's get started. First, we're going to make his fin, and the one here I made is in blue, and you can make it in gray or any color you want really for these animals. And today I'm going to do it in pink, since I have a lot of pink. So for his fin, we are going to use the loom, and let's start at the top of the loom. With a single rubber band, you're going to put it from this peg to that peg, in the center from that peg to that peg, and just 3 down like that. And now you want to go down this peg, the side peg, the second to the third, and now you want to put from the center second to the first side third peg. And now the next rubber band will go from the other side to the center peg. So that's what you should have so far. And now we're going to finish it. So we're going to take another, this is all single rubber bands. We're going to put it from this peg, the 4th peg, to the 5th peg. Then last single rubber band, connecting it together. And push it down a little bit. And now we're going to put some holding rubber bands. So we're going to take a single, we're going to double it, and we're going to put it in this triangle here. And the next single, double, and we're going to put it from that peg to that peg. So that's what you should have so far. And now we're going to cap that off 4 times to close off his fin. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're ready to loop. And make sure you use a metal hook for my animals, because here the plastic one will break. So go ahead, go under the cap bands, grab the top rubber band, and we're going to make 2 of these and looping it onto itself. The top rubber band should go to the one in the center. Go back in there, grab the bottom single rubber band and looping it onto itself, creating teardrops. And now the next peg we're going to loop is this one here, the second one. And that one we're going to grab the one going to the center. There's only 2 of them at the bottom, and you don't want to grab the holding rubber band. So you want to reach in past the holding rubber band, grab the top single, there should be only 2, and looping it up to the center. Go back in that peg, grab that bottom single, and looping it onto itself. And now we can go onto the side one, just grab it and looping it onto itself. And let's finish up that side. And you're going to need a holding hook to hold your fins. So now let's get this one, and we're done with our first fin. And that's what you should have, and it should have teardrops all around catching your rubber bands. And we'll go ahead and take it off, just starting with the tip of the fin. Don't take it off the loom. So we're going to take a holding hook. I'm going to use this one with my new pencil design gripper. So that's your first fin. And let's go ahead and make another one. Same thing. You're going to take a single on either side and just put 3 singles in the first peg to the second peg. And then on one side you're going to put it from the second to the third, and from the center you're going to put it from the second to the third side peg there and push it down a little bit. And then from the other side you're going to put it from the second to the third center, and then from there you're going to put on this one side the third to the fourth, and then finishing it off by closing your fin off. And that's what you should have. Same thing like the other one. Let's put the capping band on 4 times. 2, 3, 4. Let's put the holding rubber bands, single, we're working with all single rubber bands. Single, and then we're making that triangle on the second rubber band, the second pegs, all 3 second pegs. Take another single, doubling it, and looping it on to these 2 pegs to hold. So now let's loop. Once again, we're going to go under that cap band, the one that we looped 4 times. Grab the top single and stretch it all the way, looping it to itself. And remember, don't force your rubber band. If it doesn't go, if there's any tension, just release the tension. Because if you force it, you're going to break your rubber band or your hook. So I'm going to continue up the side there for that one. And now let's go to here. Again, reach all the way through, past the holding rubber band. Don't grab it. Grab the first top 2. There should be only 2 single. Now my other one. And I'm just taking it right back onto itself, creating teardrops as you go. And now I'm going to go ahead and finish my fin. This is the side fins. If there's any holding rubber band, just go ahead and pull it back and reach in and grab the bottom single. Okay, that's the second fin. Go ahead and get it on your hook. So we can add it to our body later. So that's 2 fins. And now let's make the top fin. And I made my top fin a little smaller because when I did it bigger like the fin here, the side fin, it looked kind of funny, but it's up to you if you want to make yours a little bigger like this. But when you're attaching it, there's too many rubber bands because this has the side ones had 3, so it doesn't fit quite well in there. So, or you can make this one bigger, but I'm just going to make it this size here. So this is the back fin. We're going to take single rubber bands and we're going to go on the side to the center to one below, and then we're going to put from the center to the one below, and then just continue down 1 more, and then we're going to bring it in. That's it. Just really small. So let's go ahead and cap it off 4 times. 3, 4, and then we're going to put a holding rubber band. Take a single, you were going to double it, and putting it from there to there. And that should be our back fin. So go ahead and go under the cap band, grab the top single, and taking it back onto itself. Go in there, grab the next single, and pull back the holding rubber bands, and always looping it right onto itself. And there's the dorsal fin. And let's go ahead and grab it. And get it on our hook, our holding hook. And there's the dorsal fin. Again, you can make it bigger. It's your choice, just make it a little longer, but that's what I have. And now let's do the eyes. And the eyes I'm going to do like the penguin and everything, doe-like. So we're going to take a single and we're going to loop it around 4 times on a hook. And if you don't know how to do this eye, please refer to my baby panda. I did the eye on the loom, so you can go there and see how it's done. It took it took a while to do it on the loom because you have to be really, really careful. So anyways, you're taking a single, you're looping it 4 times, whatever color you want. I'm doing black for the pupil, and then I'm taking white to make the surrounding. So loop it twice on one side, loop it twice on the other. There's your 2 eyes. And now since his head or her body is going to be all pink, I'm going to take a single pink and I'm going to pinch and get all the eye onto that rubber band. Again, you can fix it later because the way you fix it actually makes it a huge difference on how your animal look. Okay, so go ahead and put it on your holding hook for later. And now let's make the mouth of our dolphin. And for his mouth, we're going to use the loom. We're going to take 2 single rubber bands. We are going to double it, and we're putting it from the 3rd to the 2nd peg from the bottom. Again, take another 2 single rubber bands, double it, and put it from the 2nd to the 1st, like that. And then we're going to cap it off 4 times. And if you can't do 4, do 3, 4, and if you want it tighter, you can do 5. Whatever your rubber band can do, it makes it sharper. So once you loop that, go ahead and get under the cap bands, grab those bottom rubber bands, and don't force it, just gently ease it out and looping it onto itself. And if you want your mouth longer, then go ahead and add another set on top here, starting with another set of 2 single rubber bands, because you don't want your mouth too wide. Now you're going to take your single rubber band to hold it for later, and it should match your face. So mine is pink, so go ahead and very carefully ease it off the loom. And there's my mouth. And if you feel like this is too big for you, then go ahead and use a single rubber band and doubling it and making it a smaller mouth. So that's what we have, and we'll put it away for later. And now let's work on the body and the head and everything. So starting with your loom in that configuration, 2 single rubber bands, we're going to do our normal configuration. Just go ahead, start from the top, 2 rubber bands, and we're just going, actually we're going all the way down to about here, to the 4th peg from the top. So 2 single rubber bands, just go ahead straight down your loom from the top. And if you want your body longer, this makes your body about this short or this length. So if you want it longer, then you can go ahead and make it longer than where I'm going to take it. So I'm going to take it until there's 4 pegs left at the bottom, and I'm going to repeat it on the other side. So there's 4 pegs left, so I'm going to start on the other side. 2 single rubber bands, just going straight down. Okay, now we're here. Let's go ahead and bring it in to where the tail is. From where you put your last rubber band, go ahead and pull it inside and scooch it all the way down, because there's going to be a lot of rubber bands because we're going to add the tail over here. Same thing on the other side, 2 single rubber bands and putting it on there and scooching it down. And now let's start in the center of the body. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 down, actually I'm going to do 3 down, and now we'll start the stomach area, and you can do white if you want or another color. I'm going to choose white, and again I'm going to just only use 2 single rubber bands. If you want her tummy to be thicker, then you can add more than 2. So I'm going to do 4 sets of whites. And then since I want the little bit down here to be the same color as the body, I'm going to go ahead and use my pink again to close up the center of the body, like so. So there you have it. Push it in. And now we can add the eyes and the parts if we want, and we can finish up the tail. Let's go ahead and the eye should go on the 2nd peg from the top across. like usual. And this was I really worked on this dolphin. I really wanted to make him look like her look like a dolphin, but this was the best I can do. I hope you guys like her. I'm sure there's some modifications I could do, but I wanted to get it out to you guys. So now let's add the arms here, the fins. So what I did on this guy here, I put it on the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and we'll go ahead and do that the same. So there should be 3 sets of rubber bands containing 2 each. So we're going to go from the 4th peg from the top, 2 single rubber bands, the one that's off of your fin. So 2, 2, so 4th, 5th, and then 2 on the 6th. So that's what your side fin should look like. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th, there should be 2 rubber bands each. And then we're going to repeat it on the other side. Since I turned it upside down, I'm just going to go all the way across. So that's from the 6th, from the top, 5th, 2 rubber bands at a time, and then 4th. There. And that's what you should have. Turn it right around. And now we're going to put the dorsal fin. And on this little guy here, I put it on the 5th to the 6th. And it's up to you if you want to put it there. This time I'm going to try to put it down here between the, so 2, 4, 6, between the 6th and the 7th one. So if you want, you can put it on the 5th and the 6th, or on the 6th and the 7th. This one that I did here is on the 5th and the 6th peg. So you decide where you want to put them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that dorsal fin and we're going to stick the sharp end inside that rubber band there, the center, and wherever you want to put, whether it's the 5th to the 6th, I'm putting it should be 2 rubber bands at it again on each end. So 2 on the 6th and 2 on the 7th. Make sure you get it all on there. And then just push it right inside there. Again, you can put it from the 5th to the 6th if you want. So now let's finish the tail. And we're going to take a single first and put it from the center down 1 and push it down a little bit. And now we're going to work with 2 single rubber bands to the side and down 2. And you can make your tail smaller by going just down 1, but I'm going to do 2 since my little one that I made there, you went down 2. So that's what it should look like. Across 2 rubber bands, down 2. These are all 2 rubber bands. To the side. And down 2. And then we're going to cap off his tail, the very 2 pegs here, the last ones. We're going to cap it off 4 times. 2, 3, 4. And the other side, same thing. 2, 3, 4. Now we're ready to put our holding rubber bands, and let's work our way up. So the first one we're going to put on the tail, and we're going to put 2 single rubber band to give it some thickness. So there to there, right where the tail begins, from that peg to that peg. And now we're going to take the next single rubber band. Now this is 2 rubber bands. Now we're taking a single. We're going to double it and putting it from this peg to that peg there to give the tail, and you can loop it up to make the triangle. And this gives the tail that tapered end that we want. For this guy here, it's tapered. So again, the next one, we're going to take a single, we're going to double it. And these are the only ones that we're going to double. So single, double there. And now to give our body a little thickness, let's go ahead and put 2 single rubber bands on those triangle. And we'll just keep going up So you're going to put a single here, a single triangle here, and now for the fourth peg from the top, we're going to make his neck cinch in. So if you can, from the fourth peg, for the fourth peg here across, let's go ahead and triple it if you can. If you can't, do it 2 times and see how it turns out. It should be a little cinched, but I try to do it 3 so it gives it that nice cinch. So 3 times. So we have 2 single across, single double, triangle, single double, 2 rubber bands, single single, a single triple. Now around the face, we're just going to take singles around the mouth and the eyes, single and single. And now we're ready to loop. It's important to have all these holding rubber bands, otherwise your animal will fall apart. So starting at the bottom of the fin, either one, just go ahead, reach under the cap band and hold the cap band down and looping it onto itself. And just go right up to that tail, beginning of the tail, and stop there and do the other side. Same thing, go under the cap band, looping onto itself, creating teardrops as we go. And now let's go ahead and bring the center single rubber band in and reach under the cap band, grab the bottom 2 and looping it right onto that tail peg there. Same thing on the other side, reach under, grab the bottom 2 and looping it onto itself. And now let's start the body, the bottom of the tail, or the bottom of the body. Let's go ahead and reach in, and it should be the one going to the center. So we're going to reach in and grab the top 2 rubber bands, and once you grab it, you should be able to see the teardrop and looping it onto itself. And now we're going to grab the next 2 rubber bands, and you can turn it to the side if you want to kind of see where you're grabbing or what you're grabbing. And wherever, when you pull it, you'll see the teardrop forming, and go ahead and take it there. Same thing on the other side. And now let's go up the side. Either side works. Just reach inside, grab the bottom 2, and looping it onto itself. Just make sure you pull back the holding rubber bands, don't grab it. And don't force your rubber bands. If there's tension, release it with your hook. We're almost done. Now here the fin here, make sure you don't grab those rubber bands. Make sure you reach all the way under, grab the bottom 2, and looping it onto itself. And again, just always grab the bottom 2 when you're looping up the body. And these rubber bands should be catching, the teardrop should be forming and catching all your parts. Here it's very tight, lots of tension. Do not force it. Use your hook to release the tension and looping it carefully onto itself. And I'm just going to go ahead and loop right up to the top of the head there, pulling any holding rubber bands back, grabbing only the bottom 2. There, one of my side is done. You check to make sure you have teardrops all around. And again, the other side. Just go up, pull back any holding rubber bands. Reach and grab the bottom 2. Always the bottom 2, don't grab anything else. And looping it onto itself. If you cannot see, turn it to the side. Grab the bottom 2. And always pulling any holding rubber bands back. Do not pull it up with you. Go. Just keep going up. Pull back all the mouth rubber band, don't grab it. Looping it onto itself, always grab the bottom 2. And I'm going to now finish up to the forehead. And now let's do the center of the body, same thing, just go ahead and grab, make sure you have teardrops. It's very, very important. And here, make sure you grab past the fin, just grab the bottom two, don't grab the fin rubber bands. Grab the bottom two and looping it onto itself. Just keep going up, don't grab any other rubber band aside from the bottom two. And now I'm up to the mouth area there. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and pull the mouth in between and keep looping up. Now in between the eyes. And we're done. Just look before you take it off the loom that you have teardrops all around, catching all your rubber bands. And now let's take our single slip knot rubber band. Go ahead and put your hook right through the center of the head, grab your rubber band, and create your slip knot. And now let's take them off the loom. Go ahead with the aid of your hook, and I'm putting this on my fingertip so that way it just kind of holds it just in case it slips off. And go ahead and take your dolphin off the loom. Remember, don't force your rubber bands, otherwise you will break it. So there she is, and mine's the eyes on the other side. That's okay, you can just pop it through. And then you can fidget around with the white to bring it around the eyes so she'll look more dough-like. And you can always, again, fidget around with it. But there she is, came out pretty perfect. If you want her to kind of sit arch-like that, what you want to do is you want to go right a little bit below the tail through those rubber bands, and you want to pull it up like that, and then that'll make her tail arch up. And then you also want to go right under the neck, put your hook right through and just pull it up again, and that'll make her arch up. Or you can just leave him like him right here, where he's kind of just hanging. But anyways, I hope you like them. Thanks for watching.